To that, a lot of Muslims are just scared to even talk
Yes.
to law enforcement. Soon as they see a Muslim, soon as a Muslim sees a police officer, they have the impression, oh my God, that police officer doesn't like me because I'm a Muslim, because I got a beard, because I got a hijab, because I am a Muslim, they don't like me. Is that really true, or what do you think?
Yeah. You know what? I think that you definitely do have that. Now, I think in the bigger metropolitan areas where you interact, most people interact with Muslims on a daily basis. You don't see that as much because those those law enforcement officials are, they deal with it on a regular basis, and they got to know the Muslim community and they understand. But you're certainly going to have law enforcement who looks at that and, is like, what's up with this guy? What's up with this girl? What's going on here? I guess the best piece of advice that I can give if you do deal with law enforcement in that aspect is to be polite. And honestly, it sounds silly, but that goes for anybody, not just Muslims, but police officers. You got to understand, if I pull a car over,
Right.
You know who I am. I don't know who you are. So
Excellent.
when I pull a car over at night, it could be a guy who just robbed a bank or shot his girlfriend, or it could be a hardworking, everyday guy who just happened to run a red light. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, that's the question I was going to ask you. What passes through the mind of, let's be very blunt here, okay? For better understanding of people who are viewing this program in the Caribbean, all over the world. A white American police officer or sergeant or whatever pulls a guy over, boom, his name, Muslim, she is Muslim. What passes through his mind and what he really expects, or what answers he should get to not have the wrong impression about this Muslim guy, and why should this Muslim guy not think that he is against him because he's a Muslim? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's really it's a tough question. I really don't have a good answer. I don't. I think that you're going to certainly have law enforcement, like anyone else, have those preconceptions about a Muslim. And let's be honest. There are police out there who may pull over a Muslim, a beard, or a girl in a hijab, and think, hey, is there a bomb in the back?
Let's be real.
Yes, the real aspect is that there are certainly law enforcement and anybody else who, Joe Blow at the mall may see you walking. Is there a bomb in your coat? And it's sad that people think like that. And a lot of it is ignorance, and it goes all the way back to talk.
And he's only doing his job because he needs to take the necessary precautions.
Going back to that, yes, absolutely. It's hard if you feel that an officer's looking at you and thinking that just because I have a beard and I have a Muslim name, that this guy thinks that I have a bomb in the trunk, and that's the attitude that I'm getting from him. Understand this: we give a lot of people attitudes because it's an officer safety issue.
Excellent.
Every week, I get 2 or 3 alerts of officers being killed in the United States. Probably at least 2 a week get killed. Cops in the United States get killed from people with guns or accidents or knives or assaults. And I don't know how many of them are Muslim. Probably a very, very small percentage. But understand, when we go out with somebody, and when I say that, we go to a call and you're there, we stop a car and you're there, we respond to your house and you're there. The attitude, the perception of the attitude is more realistically an officer safety issue, where I want to make sure that I'm safe, because you know who I am in uniform. I don't know who you are.
And that's the point, and that's why